Hello, you beautiful, extraordinary beings. My name is Bamford. Everybody calls me Dee. I'm a Reiki Master, Ascension Channel Psychic, and Channeler based here in beautiful San Diego, California. Happy November 1st. So, this November is Awareness November. It really brings a lot of energy of awareness. I actually channeled this message in the last few days. That was just coming in, and then I fully channeled it through a little bit ago. I was like, I have to do this on November 1st. We just had that full moon, that full blue moon in Taurus on Halloween yesterday, and it really came up to opening up further the portal that we actually been under for all this year, and it definitely feels like that. But one of the main things with November, right, there's a lot of questions. If you live in the US, there's really heavy energy, not only in the world, and of course it's heavy everywhere, but I live in the United States, so I feel a different type of heaviness when it comes, especially with election, because there's a lot of subjects being addressed at this moment, and we are really breaking from old patterns. We're really breaking away from old beliefs when it comes to racism, women's rights, just human rights in general, and so many others. So when I tap into the energy of November, one of the very first things that was coming in from my guides was we're coming to a point where we are looking back at 2020. It's like, how did we end up here? But rather than just looking back at what 2020 was, it's like really looking back at the beginning of time, at the beginning of our life. And some of us really going even further into how and what built this up for us to be where we are now. It's not something we created, it was something, how can I put it, like not something that we created, like you not taking care of XYZ had this happened. It was going to occur. It was already written that we were going to come to this space where we are at this moment. And why I mention that is when I really tap into the energy of the collective, there's a lot of like, we didn't take care of our planet, and our planet is pissed off at us, right? And we didn't and there's a lot of guilt energy, and that definitely brings more of the awareness that we need to be under right now to continue to sustain our energy with what we're doing. So all of November is Awareness November. Awareness November is really bringing us up to what is it that we've been sending our attention and our focus on this year. But as we're coming into the energy of November, is really kind of catapulting us for what is going to be for the rest of the year. So often I see people and I hear people talk about, like, I cannot wait for 2020 to be over. Like if somebody's just going to go, bam, 2021 hits and everything's completely different. It is what we make it be that is, extremely powerful. And that is just what it is. It is going to be what we make it be and what we're in alignment with also. So we have this path that we're on, and we have this journey that we're on, and it can be influenced by a lot of things. And ultimately, we are in full control. So know and trust that you are in full control. There's nobody doing anything for you. Yes, there are outside influences or circumstances that can alter. However, you continue to be in full control. Life is happening for us and not to us. So we're really stepping away from that victim mentality. Just as something so simple as bringing awareness. The veil is thinning. The more that it has ever, we really experienced it before. Like it's really thinning, where we are coming to a place where we have the ability to sit within ourselves and be out of the body in the same moment, which means have experiences that you never thought you would experience before within your own body. I know that sounds a little bit like, what the hell did you just say, Dee? So just bear with me and sit with me for a second with that one. Another message for November was it's going to be a moment where you will want to go back to the old ways. So there's going to be really a moment where challenges or some circumstance, you're going to feel so influenced by them that you're going to want to revert to an old way, an old pattern. But you're actually right now, this is a month that it's really manifesting that you're breaking from the mold. You're really breaking from what it was. You're really opening up yourself, opening up further to what is. What is it that I, me, myself, and I want? Really, really expressing yourself to the fullest in a way that you have not done that before, and being able to challenge certain situations. We have now, I know from people that are, in their 40s and they're like, I got a tattoo for the first time and I was terrified to tell my parents. It's just like and they're like, I still did it and I feel proud of, this is something I wanted, and there's no more control from even our parents, and some of them understand that it is our choice, but it took all this time to come into that awareness. And it's all about timing, and everything happens in perfect timing. Sustainability, acceptance, and responsibility. This is something that I see a lot of my clients struggle with, especially with the word responsibility. So notice, if the word responsibility it's in your vortex, in your energy, and when it's just in your field, and somebody says, it's like, well, it's this moment to take more responsibility for yourself. If you find yourself being reactive, pause, observe, and ask, why am I being reactive? Because all of us are taking responsibility for a lot of things, but when it comes to ourselves, our own individual, sometimes we struggle so deeply. So yes, it takes two to tango, but it also takes one other person that it can be reactive or responsive. So taking responsibility for our own actions, our feelings, our emotions, and knowing that even if something else influences it, we can stop it with strong boundaries, which is another thing for November. Strong boundaries are really going to be addressed as we're coming towards this end of the year, and it's more of an end of a cycle, but it's not like end of the cycle, slice it and something totally different is going to arrive. You're going to look at it the way you want to look at it, because again, you continue to be in full control. As I was tapping into the collective, there's more shift coming. First of all, that is something that's coming. We are continuing to shift. We're not done transforming. We're not being done with change and shift and transformation just yet. And when I tap into the energy of the collective, this was the message that everybody's tired of hearing. Of like, we're shifting, we're transforming, we're changing. And the big message with this is like, once we make peace, really make peace and accept that we are in a moment of shift, and we allow it rather than fight it and resist it, because then we just create all this tension and resistance because I thought I shifted and I still experiencing XYZ. We have not. As the more we do that, the more we have not really experience change. If you are going back to your own ways of throwing that tantrum of like, shit, I already shift, why is this happening? And you have this really outburst reaction of like, I'm just so effing tired, you're just resisting it even further. It's okay to have like those reactions. All your feelings are valid, all your emotions are valid. But if you notice yourself staying in that and then talking to others of that exact negative reaction you just took, it's toxic within yourself. And then if you're talking about it, you're just spreading more of that. So just really knowing, I'm going to remind you, we are a vibrational being, speaking a vibrational language, living in a vibrational world. Our words have impact. There's always somebody listening. There's always somebody paying attention. So really making sure, just becoming very aware of where we are and how do we feel. Because the more, like October was Holy Shift October. A lot happened. There was a lot of energy. We had 2 full moons. And right in the middle, we had that new moon. And they were all very powerful. At the end of November, we have this very powerful eclipse. And it's another portal. And what are portals? Portals are just this energy fields that really amplify our own energy. It really heightens our own energy. So allowing yourself to be in the energy you are right now, however, in full awareness, conscious awareness, your awareness is expanding right now. There's deep conscious expansion within you. And there's only 2 ways. One, we can be the observer, feel, flow, and accept and respond. Or we can kick and scream and say, I don't wanna. And you're gonna feel the resistance. November, it's all about awareness. It is Awareness November. Just bringing into mind, just bringing attention, paying attention to certain things in your life is going to simplify your life. We're coming to the end, quote unquote, of 2020. The energy is just getting stronger. And then in December, we have on December 21st, this really gigantic portal. And even if you look at the NASA site, it's talking about the solar flare. There's a lot of energy coming in as we finish the regular calendar 2020. So right now for November, give yourself permission to observe, to bring awareness to any and all situations. And catch yourself if you are, how you're responding or if you're reacting. You're responding or you're reacting. Just catch yourself how you are taking in information and how you're giving out information. How are you sharing yourself, your gift, your abilities? Because this is also a month of expansion. Awareness November. And I have a feeling that I'm going to do another video regarding November here in the next few days, because I really feel there's a lot more information that is going to come through. But this is for this beginning of the month. Follow your heart, follow your instincts. Trust in your beautiful intuition that guides you on this journey, and it's always guiding you. I love you all so very much. Have a beautiful day. Until next time.